plus sign live. Okay. Now am I looking down? Does that look good to you right there? Oh, where's my
He's
shirt?
got the countdown. And all right, you can't see your thing. You're good.
Okay. So I just hit the live when it's time? I don't start till I'll start, right? Oh, gotcha. Thank you. Yikes. Can you bring me some Kleenex if you don't mind?
You ready?
Yep. Okay, 3.
You ready?
Hey guys, it's Joe the Credit Influencer. Happy Friday. Okay, today is Friday the 14th. And it is 1 o'clock Eastern time, 12 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock, 11 o'clock Mountain, and 10 o'clock Pacific. I'm trying different times to figure out when we get the most people around here. If you don't know my story, I'll tell it to you very quickly. On November 11th, Veterans Day, we started the Credit Influencer brand. We built the website, we built the socials, we started advertising. I built this page for two reasons. The first page is to help influencers learn how to build a brand from scratch, how to get followers, how to make money, all those things. The second thing, and the most important thing, is I have over 30 years of credit experience. So when I sat there and I started thinking to myself, if I'm going to show people how to be an influencer, what do I want to do? And so I said, Self, what do you want to do? What do you want to show people? And credit is not a sexy thing. It's not a fun thing, but it's a necessary thing. There's an old adage in internet marketing, guys, and that adage is people will spend $1 for education for every $100 of entertainment they spend. Think about yourself. Do you go back to school, or do you go to a concert? Do you watch something that's informative and boring, or do you go and have your 17 Netflix, Paramount Plus, subscriptions, Hulu, you name it, Disney, you name it. Yeah, $1 for every $1 on education for every $100 of entertainment. So I'm going to try to be entertaining. I'm going to try to be funny. I'm going to try to be informative. I'll try to make you laugh, cry, and most importantly, I want to add value. If you're taking time out of your day, I want to add value to your life. By the way, again, we're new at this. We started this on November 11th. I'm trying to show people the mistakes and the goods and the bads. The camera up here is on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and TikTok is down here. I don't think on TikTok Live we were able to do it in the camera, so we have my phone on TikTok, so I'm looking at my phone. Here is YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So very quickly, let me tell you my credit story. I don't want to take too much of your time today. Today's subject is going to be how to get credit when you have bad credit. What lenders will lend you money if you have bad credit? If you haven't been able to show that you can make a payment, how do you get new credit? So we're going to talk about that in a second. Here's my story. I personally have had to fix my credit twice in my life. Once in 1999, once in 2014. In 1999, I read the Fair Credit Reporting Act. In 6 months, I was able to buy a home zero down for $250,000 on a lake in Michigan. 6 months before that, I couldn't buy a home for $80,000 without 15% down, which was $12,000, and my dad co-signing for me. So I took the Fair Credit Reporting Act, I wrote the letters to the credit bureaus, and I fixed my own credit in 1999. 2008, I was in the mortgage business and real estate business from 99 to 2008, actually from 1995 part-time until 2008. And I had 128 rental properties, thought I was always going to be in real estate rest of my life. And the mortgage meltdown took care of that. I lost everything, literally everything, guys. I lost $300,000 in a 3-month period of time. I don't want to give you my sob story. It was 17 years ago, but my credit went bad and I had multiple foreclosures on my credit report. In 2014, I refixed it. I'll tell you why I waited till 2014. I vowed I am the credit influencer. I'm supposed to be teaching people credit, right? Well, back then I just said, screw credit. I'm just going to pay cash for everything. I don't want to go through that again. I didn't really care. So I didn't even care about fixing my credit report. And then I realized I was being a baby. How many times have our guys, you can blame other people for the problems in your life, but I got news for you. We are all our own worst enemy. That movie, the Rocky movie, Creed, where he takes Apollo Creed's son and he brings him up to the mirror and he says, "Hey, look in the mirror. That is the toughest person you're going to face. That's your toughest opponent." And guys, amen. That hit so hard. I can't tell you how many things in my life I have self-sabotaged, either purposely or subconsciously, or talked myself out of shit. We are our own worst enemy. So I didn't really care about credit. And then I was like, you know what? I want to buy a home someday. Now, fortunately, in 2016, I paid cash for my home, but I was a very newly successful business person, meaning 2009, October 25th, 2009, I had $3 to my name. I could not go to my 20th year high school reunion. I didn't have enough money for the ticket or gas money to get there. So I didn't go. I was embarrassed, ashamed, been there. And by the way, guys, 178 million people have credit issues. It is such a common thing. Don't feel any shame. I'm going to give you my life transparently. We all make mistakes. We all do good things, bad things, and hopefully you learn. The difference is, did you learn? Did you learn from your mistakes? Okay. And by the way, when I used to sit across from people and I would look at their credit report when I was in the mortgage and real estate business, I would literally say to them, I go, well, let me ask you one question. Would you lend you money? And they would look at me with this dumb look on their face. And I'm like, if someone like you came up to you and said, hey, I want to borrow money, would you lend it to them? And I would say, just be honest. So a bank's not going to give you a $200,000 loan if you wouldn't lend yourself $10. I actually have this policy. I don't lend money to friends and family. Excuse me, guys. My nose is running. I just don't do it. If you need money and I know that it's being genuinely used for something good, I just give it to them. Now, it's not a large sum, but if someone needs $500, $1,000, I don't ask them to pay me back. I have been too disappointed in my life to ask for people to pay me back. If they're borrowing money because they're in a bad position, then why on earth are they going to get out of that bad position so fast? It just doesn't happen. And that's a very important point to learn, because credit needs to make your life better, not save you from bad mistakes. If that's the case, you will make the same mistakes over and over again. So 1999, got divorced, read the Fair Credit Reporting Act, went from a $80,000 home that I had to have 15% or $12,000 down on. My dad had to co-sign. 6 months later, removed all the bad credit through the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the government-sponsored Fair Credit Reporting Act. And I had to write the actual letters and dispute them through the mail. Now we have AI credit repair, which I'll talk to you about in a second. You don't even need a credit repair company. You don't need to write letters. It's all automated. It's fucking fantastic. You're going to love it. So with that being said, thought I'd never have bad credit again, bought all these rental properties, didn't think the meltdown would happen. Meltdown happens. And I was like, oh, dear God. Sorry, guys. Someone's texting me. And then I was like, fuck credit. This, one shame on me, twice shame on you, whatever that shit is. So I was like, okay, well, screw credit. I'm not using credit anymore. Now, that was just being a baby and going through a bad time. It was horrible. That was the worst time. Imagine being 37 years old, 38, whatever I was in 2008, losing everything, not having an education, I never went to Google my whole life until 2008. I never even went to Google. I can remember the phone number of the AMC Livonia, Michigan phone. It's 734-542-9909. And I can remember that phone number because I'd never went to the internet. I just called for movie times. Can you fucking believe that? What kind of a dumb fuck actually calls the movie theater versus going online? It was still new. It wasn't necessary. Now you have to know online skills. You can't log into your email, get your bills, phone apps. You just have to have a little technical knowledge. But back then I didn't. I refused. I was like, the internet, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's useful, but I don't get it. So I'm not going online. Never went online till 2008. That's when Facebook came out too. And, social media started, yada, yada, yada. Crashed 2014, fixed it again. Now here's how I fixed it. And here is our lesson for today. I had a 450 credit score, guys, in 2014 because I couldn't show I paid anything on time. So I started to dispute all the negative information. And again, the Fair Credit Reporting Act says if you dispute an item, you don't dispute it with the creditor. Like Sears, I think Sears is out of business. Let's just say Ford Motor Company. If you had a repossession with Ford or a late payment with Ford, you don't call Ford and say, hey, I wasn't late. You call the credit bureaus, TransUnion, Experian, Equifax. They have 30 days to do an investigation when they receive your written dispute letters. Written can be in the form of digital submissions with email and AI, or it can be actually mailed. Okay. So I went to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. I disputed all my negative information. And because I would say 90% of the mortgage businesses that foreclosed on me were out of business, all the bad stuff fell off. But removing negative information is only one of two steps. Removing bad credit, adding new good credit. So when I removed the bad credit, it was great and easy, because when you dispute the negative information, let's say it's May 1st. You send the letters in, you do the disputes. Let's just say the investigation starts on May 15th. By June 15th, they have to respond to you with one of 4 answers. The first answer is the account's yours, the information is correct, and it stays. It remains. The second response is that the information is yours, but the account is yours, but the information's incorrect, so we're going to update it. The third is that the account is not yours. There's a million Joe Smiths, Joe Johnsons, whomever, and they just put it on the wrong Joe Johnson's credit report, so they remove it. And then the fourth answer is that they don't respond at all in those 30 days, and it automatically comes off by default. That is how all credit repair companies work, guys. I just saved you I just saved you thousands of dollars from some scammy credit repair company or some dude in your local area trying to take your money. You don't need to pay a credit repair company. I just taught you how to do it. If you need more information than that, number 1, go to ChatGPT and type in how to fix my own credit report. They'll tell you how. Number 2, just go to ChatGPT or Google and type in what are the 3 credit bureau addresses I can mail my dispute letters to. And they'll spit it out. And you send the letter. Send them registered mail. Go to the fucking post office. Get your lazy cock out of bed. Go to the fucking post office and send them registered mail. Do not just regular mail it. I promise you. Dave Sullivan from Factual Data told me. He's been to the credit bureaus. They have a pile of mail for the registered mail. They have a pile of mail for the non-registered mail. And the registered mail proves that you sent it. They had to sign to receive it. And that's when send it registered mail, guys. Send it where they have to respond back. I don't know if the post office, maybe Amazon or FedEx, you can do registered mail now. They can just come to your house. Fuck, you can do everything else at your house. You can eat. You don't have to go anywhere. Movie theaters are dying. What a shame. I love movies, but either way, life is life. It now opens up entertainment for people with young kids and elderly. So I get it. But whatever. That is removing bad credit from your credit report. That is easy to do. Number 2, the second thing, which to me is more important than removing bad credit, is adding new good credit. So let's talk about that, because 80% of your credit score is going to be affected by the new credit that you get. Remember, your credit score is made up of 5 things. 35% is your on-time payments. 30% is your debt factor. 15% is your credit history. 10% is the type of credit that you have, revolving versus installment. Because if you only have revolving and not installment, that's going to lower your credit. Inquiry. If someone's checking your credit score, like an employer or whomever, that is a soft inquiry. Soft doesn't count as an inquiry, supposedly. I don't know if that's true, by the way. I don't believe it, but that means nothing. What I say means nothing. I'm just giving you information. Those 5 factors make up your credit score. Well, what were the first 3? 35% is your on-time payments. You buy a car, you pay it on time. That's going to affect that 35% of your score. Your debt limits. If you have a $1,000 credit card available to you and you owe $999, your score is going to be lower than if you have $1,000 available to you and you owe $100 or zero. Pay off your credit cards. Don't close them. I'll explain that in a second. And then 15% of your credit score is your history. So if you start from today, November 14th, 2025, and November 14th of 2027, if you follow my instructions, you will have 3 to 5 credit cards reporting for 2 years. You'll owe no money on them, and you'll have a 2-year history. So your 35% score will be at the highest peak, your 30% score will be at the highest peak, and your 15% history will be at the highest peak. I don't care what you have in your past. 80% of your score is affected from now going forward. Let's focus on that. Okay, so by the way, this is my Mr. Miyagi, 1984 Karate Kid. Instead of looking at Danielson's shoulder, I'm doing this to your credit report. I'm massaging it because we're going to fix it. Let's start adding credit to your credit report. Guys, go to thecreditinfluencer.com. Sweep up your phone. Go to thecreditinfluencer.com. I got 2 pages I'm going to send you to. If you go to thecreditinfluencer.com, and if you want to watch this live and not actually do it, go to it after. And I'm going to show you how you can sign up to receive email and text notifications so we can actually send you this information in the future so you can watch my bald, beautiful head exude a whole bunch of good information and entertaining information to you. But if you go to thecreditinfluencer.com, in 5 seconds, a modal is going to pop over and it's going to say, hey, are you watching Joe live? Let's go through the first 4 steps. Those 4 steps are going to put you on your way to a 720 credit score, guys. and I'm going to explain how. Number one, the first step is to go to SoFi, click on the link. Step one, SoFi, click on the link, get your free credit score from SoFi. SoFi is connected to TransUnion, and when you get your TransUnion credit score, if you're above 720 or you have certain ranges, they are going to give you, they will tell you what to do. Like if you're a 720 or above, congratulations, you don't need me. We're done. You may still want to watch me because I'm funny as fuck, but you do not need me. Okay, you have a 720. Just follow the prompts of SoFi. They'll help you get credit cards and bank accounts and loans and all that stuff. That's why they give you your free score, because they're going to go, ooh, 720. We want that son of a bitch. So let's give them good shit. That's why they do it. Now, if your score is bad, they have some things that they'll recommend, but banks don't focus on people with bad credit. Did anybody is that news to anyone? I should say, they want the people with good credit. So they're willing to go through 100 people to get to the 20 people that have a 720 score and give them good stuff. And they'll help the other 80%, but just enough to help you. You got to help yourself at that point, and that's what I'm here for. I'm going to help you. Follow my instructions. You will at least become educated in credit. But if you follow my steps, you'll be on your way to a new credit score. Step one, go to SoFi, register, get your free credit score. If you're above 720, great. If you're below 720, they'll tell you what to do as well. Number two, step two is the Self Credit Builder. Guys, Self is a fantastic product, okay? Self will help report your rent to your credit report. That will work as a trade line. So if you're going to rent for the next 2 years, you can get your rent reported to your credit report. And if you have documentation, I believe they will go back 2 years and start from today going backwards and give you a 2-year history on your credit report if you can document it. Now, what does documenting mean? You rent from an apartment complex, and the apartment complex says you pay your rent on time. Congratulations. That's third-party validation. If you pay a private landlord or you have bank, money comes out of your bank and you can prove it, whether it's Zelle or checking account or credit card, whatever it is, and you can prove it. That's third-party validation. A bank is third party. What does third party mean? I am a person trying to buy a home. You are a lender. I'm first party. The lender is the second party. The third party is an independent party that says, oh yeah, this person paid their bills on time. That's what third-party validation means, in case you didn't know that. And if you didn't know that, it's okay. You may have never asked. You may have never known. You may have always heard people say third party. Like there's this old baseball player who just recently passed away. His name's Ricky Henderson. He was the best leadoff hitter in the history of Major League Baseball. And he used to talk about himself in the third person. Like he was talking to Will Clark on a podcast. He was talking, and Will Clark was telling the story on a podcast where he was like, Ricky gonna steal the base. And this was Ricky Henderson talking. Ricky was first person. Will Clark was the second person, but he was talking about Ricky in the third person. So when you hear third party, third person, it means there's two people talking and the third's coming in, however they come in, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, third party validation. Get your documentation from a third party, and you will be able to most likely get that reported to your credit report from the Self Credit Builder. Self also has a credit builder product, and most importantly, the third product that Self has, which is how to get credit with bad credit, a secured credit card. Now, what is a secured credit card? A secured credit card is, hi, I'm Joe. I want to get a credit card. Joe, you have a 500 credit score. You have never been able to prove you pay anything on time. Why would I give it to you? Well, here's $100. Give me a $100 credit card. If I deposit $100 with you, that is my collateral. That collateral will, in case I don't pay that $100 loan you're going to give me, keep the $100. But if you give me a credit card and I can start making payments to the gas station or the grocery store, you can go to the grocery store and spend under $100 nowadays. Jesus. But just go to the gas station, pay it off. Go to the gas station, pay it off. Go to Starbucks, pay it off. And you can pay your credit cards. I pay my credit cards every day. Every single day. I pay my credit cards to zero. Now, don't get mad at me. I have the capability of doing that. And if you don't overspend. You're trying to rebuild your credit. Don't get yourself in more trouble. Spend what you can pay off. Because if not, you're going to pay interest. You might say, well, the banks don't make any money if they don't charge interest. That's not true. They make money every time you make a charge. Okay. So listen very carefully. You charge let's say you use your American Express, you go to a gas station. That credit card, the gas station is a merchant of American Express. They get charged 3.5%. by American Express. So you make $100 at the gas station. The gas station's getting $96.50. Okay, of that, that's why these business is getting tough out there, guys. You see these 3% service fees on your grocery bill or restaurant bills. Restaurateurs charging you what they get charged from the bank. It just is what it is. You can bitch and moan, or you can pay cash and whatever. But the American Express makes money when that merchant uses the American Express card. The bank makes money if you use your Discover. That's why Discover gives you 1% back. Wells Fargo gives me 2%. I got over $11,000 back from Wells Fargo last month for my business credit cards. I can talk to you about that in a bit. But yes, the banks make money when you use your card. So they don't care if you pay it off. As a matter of fact, they'd be happy for you to pay it off because they know that you're going to be credit worthy, credible, credibility. Credit is short for credibility. Are you credible? Well, you got to prove it. And here's how you prove it. You get a secured credit card from Self. So step 2, go to Self, sign up for their rent reporting, their credit builder, and their $100 credit card. All of those will start you right now for nothing. Okay. When you deposit the $100, you will get a credit card in the mail. You'll start using it again. Don't use a debit card. Debit cards don't have cash back, guys. There may be a couple, but don't do it. Don't do it. It won't help you. It will not help you. And then, by the way, you lose your debit card, you lost your money. Okay. I have all my debit cards at my house. Okay. They're stored in a vault. I never fucking touch them. I use my credit cards. I pay all my stuff online. Okay. Step 2, go to Self Credit Builder, follow those steps. Step 3, here's another company that's going to give you credit. It's called Kickoff. Kickoff is free to start. Start it right now. Click on Kickoff, get started, and then get your $5 a month loan, or you're paying back $5 a month. You're paying yourself back $5 a month, and it's going to grow in an interest-bearing checking account. It's a beautiful thing, but it's going to show on-time payments that you are now credible, and that's really important. And guys, I'm going to go over some other ways. Secured credit cards is by far the easiest thing to do. Here's what I did. 2014, right? 450 credit score, gone. Why was it gone? I disputed all the negative information. I added 6 credit cards. The first was Capital One. Paid them $500. They gave me a $500 credit limit. Got that in the mail, and listen very carefully. This is important. This is what I did. I am not giving you advice to do this yourself. If you do this yourself and you fuck up, fuck you. Ain't on me. I'm giving you information. I took my $500 Capital One card. I got a $500 cash advance. I sent in $300 to First of Omaha, and I got a First of Omaha credit card. I got the First of Omaha credit card in the mail. I took a $300 cash advance. I got a $300 from First Progress. I parlayed that. You fucking degenerate gamblers will understand the word parlayed. I parlayed my first $500 into 6 credit cards, and I paid them off every single month. So only $500 came out of my pocket to start. I got 6 credit cards from it, and I paid them off. Easy to do. It took a couple months because by the time you get a credit card, you get it in the mail. Then you got to activate it, go to the ATM, take the cash, go to the bank, send them. It was a process. A big deal. So what? Life's a process, guys. Sorry, it's not easy. If you're the one thing that bad credit taught me is the amount of work it takes to get back to good credit. So once you get your credit good, guys, by listening to me, please be credible. Please pay your bills. I did a video the other day where I basically said, you're in a relationship with your credit. Credit is not for the hit it and quit it one-timers. This is not a one-night stand. This is a long-term relationship. You are not going to get good credit once and be done. Oh, wow, I paid my bill 1 month. I'm done. Nope. Every single month. Guys, life is tough. Okay, we got to pay bills every month. We got to work every single month. You got to rebuild your credit every single month. And you got to maintain your credit every single month. Okay. And hey, whatever is what it is. I wish it wasn't that way, but then don't buy anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, in other words, like, oh man, life's hard. I don't want to have to do all this stuff. Okay. Well, don't expect to ever buy a house. Don't expect to ever buy a car. Don't expect ever to buy furniture, go on vacation, get a credit card. Sorry, guys. There's a harsh reality that we all have to face, guys. And that is just a simple thing of life is hard. Hopefully, You listen to this, you get good information, you build your life, you build some income. I do a lot of things here. I am the credit influencer. I own a lot of businesses. I moved to Cape Coral, Florida. Little side note. I moved to Cape Coral, Florida, and the first 2 years I lived here, I had 4 different lawn care companies. Like, this is fucking horrible. I know how to generate leads. I'm gonna start a lawn care company. So I now have the biggest lawn care company in Cape Coral. Why? Because I know how to generate leads. That's my main business. I'm a lead generator. I generate or have partnerships. We generate about 400,000 leads a day. Okay, we're big. I'm big time. You're looking at Mr. Big Bald Time, right? But I mean, how many? I have people say, "Hey, I get LinkedIn messages all the time. Hey, I can generate you 50 leads a month." I go, dude, by the time it took me to reply to you, I already generated 50 leads. I have 14 websites, 10,000 domains, and we have a tremendous SEO plan, paid ads. I own a media buying agency. I own an email agency, text message agency. I do a lot of stuff here. And I can tell you that having good credit is the good life. But I didn't just get here. I went through hell, man. I swam through the shit, that Shawshank Redemption, the fucking shit of the tunnel that Andy Dufresne had to go through. I could have whined and cried, and I did for 6 years, from 2008 to 2014. I kind of was a little bitch. And it's okay. I put on my big boy pants, and I don't know where you're at in your journey in life. You may be watching this and you're depressed. You may watch this and be in a good spot of your life. Life is full of ups and downs. I want you to think of something funny, and I'll get back to credit. Can you imagine if life was nothing but perfect? Think about that for a second. We would not accept that as humans. We'd fuck it up. We would fuck it up. We're not built that way. When you think about everything being perfect, it would be boring. You need the ups and downs of life. Now, it's easy to say because I'm on the upswing. But when you're on the downswing, man, you're like, fuck this. I used to walk in my house, I'd look at my dogs, and I would think, man, poor guys, they're stuck in the house all day. And I'd have a really bad day, and I'd come home and I'm like, man, these fucking dogs, they got nothing to worry about. I feed them, pet them, walk them. They have no worries in the world. So on bad days, my perspective was the dogs had a great life. On great days, I was like, man, who the fuck would want to be a dog? But whatever. Anyway, adding credit. You can Google secured credit cards right now and go get secured credit cards. As we develop the credit influencer site, we have partnerships with Capital One. We have partnerships with Chime. We got partnerships with Self. We've got partnerships with First Prog, all bunch of banks, and we're going to list them on the site. We're going to give you the best ones to go to. So, are you coming in because we're running out of time?
1:30.
Okay. So, long story short, guys, this episode 100% was about adding credit to your credit report when you have bad credit. And you can get a secured credit card right now from many companies. If you are interested in my help, go to thecreditinfluencer.com and click on sign up. Fill out your name, email, phone number. Remember, the site's under construction. I had someone today say, oh man, your sign up page is ugly. Yeah, it's fucking ugly. We just built it yesterday. We got to make better arrangements. We're just getting started. And the reason I tell you that is 2 reasons. One, that's why the shit doesn't look as great. But more important than that is to show you that you don't wait till everything's perfect to get started, guys. You start. Entrepreneurs jump out of a plane and find the parachute on the way home. There's a lot of bullshit going on right now about, capitalism and free markets and this. And I don't want to turn this political, but I'm here to tell you the thing about all you wouldn't have if there wasn't such a thing as capitalism. Apple's considered a liberal company. They built the iPhone. They're probably as capitalistic as you can get, guys. They build iPhones, iPads, this, that. As a matter of fact, Steve Jobs, watch the Titans that built America and watch the episode on Steve Jobs. He didn't want to build the iPhone. He wanted to create the iPod, which saved the music industry, and he was blowing that shit up. He's going to make it the best software ever. And then he found out smartphones were coming out, whether he liked it or not, and who the hell was going to carry a phone and an iPod? So he's like, fuck, I better figure out the iPhone. And they did. And it's great. You're watching me on an iPhone right now. So, you know what, guys? I don't know what your political affiliation is, and I don't care. You'll never know mine because I don't have one. I hate all politicians. Actually, if there was a political party called the Haters, I'd lead it. I fucking hate all politicians. They all fucking lie. You ever met one that tells the truth? They can't tell the truth. The system won't let them tell the truth. They tell the truth, they won't get votes. They got to lie. or make shit up. Okay. I hate them all. So I have no leaning one way or another. I am perfectly in the middle. I am rational. I believe both sides most of the time. Meaning, Chris Rock said it best in his comedy routine. Some things I'm liberal about, some things I'm conservative about. If you lean one way or another just because your party leans that way, you're a fucking idiot. I can remember, I think it was on Chris Rock, Never Scared. Fucking fantastic. No, Chris Rock, I might need secure. I don't remember. It was in 2005. But his point was is that just think. So whatever you think, one way or another, whatever you have developed as yourself on your political leanings, congratulations. Live them. Just be a good person and all that. Don't attack other people. But we are in a society where you need credit. Okay, you can't buy a home unless you have $500,000. You can't buy credit card. I mean, a car. You can't lease a car. You can't get good rates. I'm going to explain. My next live is going to be Monday night at 8 o'clock Eastern time. And take this down if you want to, because I'm going to talk about the life of a person with a 720 credit score and just how much fucking better it is. And I'm sorry to say that this is not a male, female, black, white, straight, LGBT. This is literally a mathematical score. You have a 720 credit score, you're living a better life than a person who doesn't. And I'm going to explain all the benefits. Buying a home, better interest rates. Buying a car, better lease rates. 12 months, same as cash. Multiple credit cards, guys. And I don't say multiple credit cards so you can go out and go, wow, I'm going to go to the club and I'm going to be a baller. I don't know how anybody buys bottle service. Dear fucking God. How embarrassing. I'm sorry if you're a clubber and you want to be a big baller and you want to use your credit cards to go do that. God help you. I went to a trade show that we sponsored. I paid $1,500 for bottle service. We got 2 bottles. I had a heart attack. I couldn't fucking believe it. I was livid at my staff. I'm like, what the fuck? 2 bottles? I could have bought them for $50. Brought them in for $100. But Joe, you don't get the girls that do the thing and the blah blah blah. I was like, who the fuck cares? That's important to you? Well, it's not important to us. It's important to the clients. I go, I don't want to talk to any clients that's important to. Fuck you. And I don't know. I have my own opinion on it, obviously. It's a waste. People can't fucking eat. You're going to spend $1,500 on a club for 2 bottles? I don't care who the fuck you're entertaining. At that same club in Las Vegas, it was called Light Nightclub. That's where the trade show party was. Bill Gates was there a month before because I talked to the girl who runs the club, and she goes, Bill Gates was wondering how all these people fucking do this stuff. He was like, he wouldn't do it. And I don't know how your opinion is of Bill Gates, whatever. I'm just simply saying that a person who was a billionaire couldn't understand how somebody would spend $1,500 on bottle service. Yeah, I'm getting off track here, but whatever. I said I'd be entertaining. Hopefully you find that story entertaining. Guys, listen, nobody cares about your credit but you. No one's going to pay your bills. Take the first step. Go to thecreditinfluencer.com. Sign up. We'll get a hold of you. We'll walk you through all this shit. We don't charge anything. We'll walk you through SoFi. We'll walk you through Self. We'll walk you through Kickoff. And if you want to remove bad credit, we'll help you with the AI Credit Builder, which is Credit Builder IQ. It's step 4. You sign up for $1. They will give you all 3 credit scores, all 3 credit bureaus. They will actually write the letters and submit them on your behalf, and you can start having a better credit score. Hey guys, happy Friday. I hope you found this entertaining. I hope you found it informative. Hope you spend 1% of your time on education and 100% of your time, or 99% on, wait, I think I fucked that up. 1% on education, 99% on entertainment. I hope at least when you saw this, you were entertained. I think whenever I say that word, I think of Gladiator and Russell Crowe. Were you not entertained? And my video guy, fuck you, don't use that goddamn clip. Guys, enjoy your weekend. I live in Florida. It's going to be 70 degrees. If you live somewhere cold, bundle yourself up. Stay safe. Work on your life so you can do what you want, when you want, with who you want. There's nothing better. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want to. I can work from a cruise ship. I can work from Las Vegas, work from Hawaii, work from Michigan. I can work from anywhere because I have the income streams and the credit and credibility to do it. And I properly manage it to maintain it, to make sure I still have good credit in the future. So I'm going to sign off now with my signature, which is the We Will Rock You song, because Edgar actually likes to cut people off while I'm doing this, which I don't understand because I get funnier as I keep snapping. What does it sound like? Bloody, you're a boy, make a big noise, staying on the streets, gonna be a big man someday. I got mud on your face, fuck this place, kicking your can all over the place, saying we will it. We will help you get good credit. That's a song. I suck, but it's a song. Anyways, guys, happy Friday. Fuck you. Have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.